This comment right here is from a while back, but I ran into it not for the purpose of this video. It's because I was it's album of the month poll, so I was looking at previous suggestions that people had. Came across this comment. Jeff goes, 2 classic Canadian projects I'd love you to review at some point. Thanks for all the great content and breakdowns. Appreciate you. So Socrates, the Underground Tapes, and Shad, TSOL. Those are the 2 suggestions that he had. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever discussed it, but what made you want to get into reactions and do breakdowns? Would love to hear about it at the start of one of your videos. Yeah, that's a comment. So I saw that, I was like, hey, I don't think we've ever spoken about that on camera. A couple people have asked, but that was before we were doing this thing. So when I saw it, I was like, hey, that's a dope chance to talk about how it started. Always knew about Big Quint. Shout out Big Quint, the OG of this music reaction thing, and from my perspective, he's the very first person I ever saw do it. I don't know if there's people before him, but he's the first one I saw do it. So I always knew about him, but watching his videos, he was just more entertaining, like you know, theatrics and vibes and entertaining. So I never had the idea to do it while watching him do it. But then when Jay-Z dropped 444, I remember seeing a few reactors do reaction videos to it. I was watching a couple of them and I kept thinking to myself, oh, but they're not talking about this. Oh, they missed this bar. And I kept doing it so much that I was like, nah, I gotta do this shit myself. I gotta do this shit myself. Because it was getting frustrating, bro. Context, me, Prince, and a couple of the our people's friends, we'd play ball. We'd have these ball runs, and after we'd always just like chill in the car or outside the car. Man.
Here's the aux.
You know what I'm saying? And we'd either play music or we'd freestyle, just talk about what's going on in music. So I hit Prince and I was like, bro, and that's how I like framed it to him. Like, bro, we could literally just do the same shit, but just there's a camera there, just recording the same shit that we already do. And that's pretty much like what sparked it for real.
Yeah. From my side of it, I was not into no reactors or music reactors. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, so, I remember that.
Because when he told me, I was like, what? What is that?
That's a thing? I remember he's like, that's a thing? People
I'm like,
do
people
that?
do that? Going back then, I was like, yo, I didn't even know that was this thing. Yeah. And I think you sent me a couple links. You're like, yo, check this out. And if you want to do it, let's do it. Yeah. And so I can't remember who. I think it was Big Quint, because you must have sent me Big Quint. Yeah. And after that, I checked out a couple other reactors, and I was like, all right, bro, let's do it. Yeah. I mean, we already listened to the same type of music, so it's not like, you know, it's not too far. Yeah. It's nothing that we have to go out of our way to do.
It wouldn't be a force.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a force
at all. Yeah.
And so you know, and that's. Yeah, man came up with the idea. He pitched it because we've had some ideas that we've tried, and then this one is just this one hit, and this one struck.
A passion for music has always been there. I mean, like a genuine love and appreciation for the art form, and not just music, by the way. Like my love for this lane, the lyrical side, spoken word poetry, lyricism. Like y'all know that. Yo, even a well-written monologue. So doing something like this. Initially, the bag wasn't even the main motivation. It was literally just from like, yo, I would enjoy doing that. Like, that would be fun to do. Like, that would be, obviously, you know, you don't want to spend an immense amount of time doing anything and not be compensated for it. So that goes without saying. But that wasn't the main driving factor at all. Like, yo, we already do it. There's just no camera there. Let's just put a camera there. Yeah. And obviously, that's where it started in the whip as well, in the car, because that's where it would happen. Yeah. Set the camera up and just do it like normal. And it turned into, you know,
this, bro.
VibeVilla. So,
yeah. I've told you this many times, because a lot of people are always surprised that, yo, you guys never heard this album? Yeah. And most of the times it's me not hearing the album. There's a lot of albums that you might think that I've heard, but for me, I was never focused on bars. I would hear bars, but it wasn't the main thing I would focus on. For me, it's more like melodies, rhythm, energy. But the bars section, that was not me. But I would catch here and there. Yeah. But since we've been doing this, like, yo, shit, I didn't even know. The more we did it, I'm like, oh shit, there's bars this is crazy. It's like a whole different. This opened up my views and my ears into actually paying attention to the lyrics. But for the most part, if you see me here and a bar goes over my head, it's because I'm more focused on the melodies and stuff like that. So hey, I'm appreciative for this. You know what I mean? Because
and then Prince got air for it too, like ability to come up with melodies. Like so he the reason he's able to appreciate it like that is because he has the ability to come up with this shit and put them shits together too. So that makes sense. It's as
like
well
on both sides. Like I love the melodies, I can come up with the shit, and you love the bars and you come up with the shit. Like this. So this all worked out perfectly, bro. It was not going out of a lane or going out of a way to do it. It's organic, really, you know. And in my head, on my side, it helped me learn more about, you know, lyrics and how people pen their shit and the metaphors and similes and how deep it could get and who is top notch and who, like 444. I heard it, but I wasn't paying attention those times. Jay-Z, bunch of albums I've heard, and if we react to it like we do on the album of the month series that we have, it's like, oh damn, I heard it like this. I mean, I didn't hear it like this before, and now I'm hearing the whole new light. So that's how this happened.
Yeah, that's how we decided, bro. So that's why, and not to keep going too much, but we'll get comments like, "Oh, you guys have a different energy, or you guys approach it differently." I genuinely think it's because of our appreciation and respect for the genre, and the fact that what our intent was when we started. It was literally because we wanted to do something that we feel we can contribute to it. It wasn't like, oh, there's clout over there, let's go get some clout. Like it wasn't that. That was like the farthest thing from.
Bro, not even a thought.
You know what I mean? Like because it comes from a genuine place, I feel like that's why the viewers could see that. Like so yeah. Bro.
And just to add one more thing, because I hate seeing these comments because it cheeses me.
I know what you're about to say.
What?
Y'all heard the song?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, you know,
or album. I'm like, what?
Yo, guys,
how? I'm like, I'm looking through the video. Bro. I'm like, what? Did I do something? Did I say something? Because how? Yo, like, what would make you feel that way?
On everything.
That shit cheeses.
On everything. Anytime I've heard it prior, I always mention it. Like, yo, I heard some of this before. Even if I heard like 2 bars, I'll say, yo, I heard a couple, but I heard a little snippet of it. There's no point, because I feel like the reaction won't be the same.
It won't,
because it literally won't, because I can't fake it. My reaction when I first hear something is the way it is. Like I can't, you know what I mean? And also, I'm glad you brought that up, because something that people will say is to try to say it, they'll be like, oh, they're singing along with the thing, so that they must have heard it. There's a couple reasons for that.
Yeah.
One,
nigga, hijacked my whole shit.
My bad. You can explain that.
You doing it.
It pisses me off too, and so I didn't even realize to bring it up.
Yeah.
2 reasons for that. It's either we're listening to the song and we run it back, and so you're seeing when we run it back. But if you pay attention, you'll see that we heard it in the reaction. We're just running it back. So now we heard the lyrics, we could rap along. Or sometimes you could predict the bar. If you do this shit long enough, you've listened to it enough, you could predict what bar is gonna come next. So we'll say it. So it's not we don't listen to tracks prior, bro, like that.
Oh, and then sometimes we miss out on first reaction because we hear it solo.
And
so we don't bring you a first reaction. We just bring you a review or a recap because hey, we heard that shit solo. We didn't even plan to do it together. We thought it was something that we could listen to by ourselves, or the time just went.
And then sometimes we'll come through and be like, yo, Prince heard it, I didn't. I heard it, Prince didn't. We'll make that known as well. So it's never that. Literally, it's never that. So don't even have that question. Like it's literally never that.
Please stop it.
Yeah, facts.
Moving on to the next question. Snake Pliskin. He said, looking forward to the future. Just saw Mick Jenkins live. Would have never given him a chance if I hadn't listened to your review of Pieces of a Man. Thank you.
Hey.
Bro. Hey, let me tell you,
I love those.
Bro.
I love those.
Bro, first and foremost, we're looking forward to the future as well. And then Mick Jenkins, you've seen him live. I'm jealous because I'm literally waiting for him to hit the city. He probably it just probably missed me, but I'm waiting for him to hit the city where I know that he's there. Because I promise you, I'll be there as well to witness him live and to see him live. But
small room shit too.
Even better, bro. And I feel like that's the best thing for him to do. Small, so it's more intimate. Yo, he's crept up into one of my favorite rappers, I could damn near say of all times, bro, because he's that nice to me where I know whatever he drops is gonna be quality, whether it's a verse on someone else's song, an album himself, or just a track, a single.
And the next time we're doing a Mick Jenkins review, bet your friend that Prince is gonna say the word poet.
He's a poet.
Easy
bro,
Easy
the man's
money.
a poet,
I
fam.
agree.
He's a poet.
I agree.
And he's nice with the words.
Yeah,
Damn near a magician with the words,
facts.
bro.
Big
and
facts.
I have to give him credit all the time. That's another reason why we do this, bro, to put other people on into people we know that are fire. And Mick Jenkins was one of those that I was introduced to, which I didn't really tap into at the time I was introduced. But I can't remember which song. And it was one song I heard, and then I'm like, yo, we got to check out a single. We tapped into the single. And from then, now we're checking out all his albums.
Yeah, bro.
Nothing from Mick Jenkins is missing us. So, hey, as much as it's a thank you to us, it's a thank you to whoever out there that's suggesting these type of music. And a thank you to you guys as well, bro.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
Mick Jenkins.
You touched on it, but that's valid. It's one of the main reasons, or one of the main joys I get out of doing this is putting people on to the artists that I genuinely like, and we just saw it happen with the 38 Special in the comment section. Someone was like, "Yo, you guys just put me on." I'm like, that's another person that now knows about, And Mick Jenkins, bro, you said everything. I swear. I second everything that he said. Yeah, Mick Jenkins is a different.
That's my guy.
Different type of
top 10 right now for me,
bro. Rudra says, "Will Guess the Rapper by the Bars ever come back?" Oh shit, we gotta bring that back.
I was getting slapped in that game, bro.
we gotta bring it back. It might have a different name, but we gotta bring a game like that back in some way. We kind of got a lot in the works, like a lot of moving pieces right now, things that we're trying to do. So hopefully someday that comes back.
That was Rudra.
Yeah,
Rudra's an OG,
bro.
Shout out to DVD.
Real.
He mentioned Ka. Ka just dropped a new project on his site called The Thief Next to Jesus. It is 1,000% worth the $20 for the waves to support him, but it should also be on streaming in a few weeks.
Okay.
Would love to see a review for that one. Your last video on him was great. Yeah, Ka's another one of those, bro, that we respect, you know what I mean? And his style is so different than the others. And then on top of that, the man's a fireman, bro. He has a full job while doing this shit, I swear. He's a firefighter.
Actually,
the man's a firefighter. But hey, we do plan on checking it out. Maybe even before it comes on streams. The ones that we do support, we don't mind. Spend that $20, bro.
Worth it.
So yeah, look out for that. That will be on Patreon, maybe a single on YouTube.
Yo, shout out to Pats. I probably should have read this comment earlier. It would have been a dope transition. But either way, you guys are the only React quote-unquote channel I watch anymore. I drifted away from hip-hop during the mumble rap era. Coming back every so often for a new Kendrick project. The beef brought me back in full force. You guys have been instrumental in getting me up to speed with the last 5 to 6 years, and it's clear your love and appreciation for hip-hop is simply unmatched by anyone else making this kind of content. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Pat. It's literally because there is a love for it. It's not like, oh, we're better at this than... I won't even go that route with it. It's genuinely just because of the appreciation that there is for it. And when you have that type of appreciation, you want to read into the music. You want to get everything you can from it. So you're not being lazy with your listening. Of course, like there's people listen differently, and sometimes it's just for a vibe. But that appreciation that you detect, that's there for real. So and glad that we were able to help you get back into it, bro, and get you caught up. And I appreciate all the people that tapped in for the beef and that stuck around. Anybody that taps into the channel, to the VibeVilla space, appreciate you.
And on top of that, Kendrick Lamar, the Euphoria reaction just hit 1 million on YouTube. So that's big. Meet the grams at almost at 800,000.
Talk to him.
So that was a time to be alive, bro. It still is a time to be alive.
Listen.
So that was dope. So William said, just out of curiosity, I assume they are not reviewing new Drake as it is, and it is not an official release? ? Figured someone might know. So the new Drake, I think he's talking about the three
it's
tracks.
Official now, though. No?
It's official
it's
now.
On streaming.
When he tweeted, commenting this, it wasn't official then. And
you can check it, bro.
even then, I as I said, I think a couple times that something switched in me that I almost didn't really check. I didn't check out for Drake as much as I did prior to the beef, or after the beef, I would say, actually. Even when I heard he dropped the 3 singles, I was like, okay, do I want to check? I was still questioning. Before it was like, yo, Drake dropped, bro. Let me go check.
Instant.
Or let us go check this out. Whether it's a single or whatever the case is, it was instant. But this time I'm like, there was a slight hesitation with it. But I did plan to do it. And but I think you wanna.
I'm down.
I'm down to do it as well.
Yeah, with me, it's not so much hesitation as there's like a lack of urgency. Drake drop usually used to be like, I don't care where it dropped, how it dropped, it's a leak, bootleg, whatever. We're there. Like we got. Now it's like, yeah, we're it's Drake and it's still Drake dropping, so we're gonna. But it's like yeah, we'll get to it. Like that there's a certain level of urgency that wasn't as present, you know, like as it used to be, and that could change back real quick depending on moves made and how things go. You never like this life, and more specifically this industry has a weird way of like turning on itself, and like the directions can shift, the winds can shift, and like it's weird. And it also, I saw a couple comments like this saying that switched up on Drake, or like not just in regards to us, but just like people in general. Bro, there is no personal attachment or like intent behind any of this. I don't know either of them guys. So it's literally just I'm literally just going off naturally what comes natural. Like I used to naturally immediately want to go check. Now I just naturally kind of I'm a bit more lackadaisical with it. And so yeah, I do want to check the 3 tracks that dropped. There were leaks, and then they eventually made their way to streaming services. So now that they're on streaming, I guess we could check it. Yo, Prince was gonna go through the whole thing, the whole fucking leak. Tell him how you were gonna do that shit.
They said, tell him. They said, here, the stage is yours.
Because bro, I was telling him like, bro, it's a lot of stuff. Like bro.
I was because hey, I felt like these are behind the scenes that no one has seen before, and maybe someone. Or maybe the Patreons would appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, we've dropped 2-hour-long reactions on Patreon, 2.5 even.
3, so touching 3, Vibe sessions.
So it's like, hey, there's you know, people that want to see this type of content that's that long. So I'm like, okay, if it takes me 3 hours, somebody gonna see it. But hey, I'm happy that we're about to check it out to see what it is. And then we heard him recently, just literally
on the
couple hours ago on the Benny project, and I liked his verse on there, bro, so I'm looking forward to that third one, bro.
So Zach, I like this comment a lot. Zach goes, DeRay, please stop spending so much time trying to make your opinions PC and or mitigating potential backlash. You have great takes and should stick by your opinions and know that people watch y'all because of that, so screw anyone that gets offended. Allegedly.
Straight like that.
The allegedly if you funny. The allegedly is key. Shout allegedly. Couple things I want to Parker responded to it, said great criticism. I agree.
Hey, wait, before you start, you might not see it, but I keep telling them the same thing. I'm like, bro. Speak. If you don't like it at the end,
edit it,
edit it, but speak and say it out.
So a couple things with that, right? You're correct, and I accept the criticism. So let me start off like that way. There are times where I don't say certain things for whatever reason. You mentioned a couple of reasons, making the opinions PC, mitigating backlash, stuff like that. So there's that. But more than that, sometimes why I don't say certain things, and I will continue to not say certain specific things, is because this is the internet, and I understand the world that we live in, and I understand what getting into certain conversations, certain issues that it could cause. Not just, if it was just for me, cool, but for people that you care about. I don't believe it affects my takes on music to a point where it could be detrimental to the quality of the video, but there's certain things that might get brought up that I won't speak on at length, just because it's like, we don't gotta do that. If I'm talking to my brother, or if I'm talking to people, there's conversations that we get into that I don't feel like are necessary for what this channel is about. And so if it gets brought up, I might touch on it real quick and then fall back, just because of like reasons I mentioned. All that said, there is a certain space though where it's like, nah, say that shit. You know what I mean? So, and I acknowledge that. So from that standpoint, absolutely correct. And I'll try to not mitigate so much. I'll try to you know,
work away through.
Let the clip off sometimes type shit. You know, like as a little bit more. For sure. And I appreciate the kind words, bro, that you value the opinion. That means a lot. So like, feels like I'm not, you know, talking for no reason, that people are actually listening to some of the things I'm saying. So appreciate that for real. And yeah, bro, I'll take the advice. I'll take the advice.
Shout out shots. He said, when is Ultra 85 by Logic getting a reaction? And there was a few responses and replies in that comment. But I'll tell you this, bro. Logic, for me, discovering him, or when we discovered him, that shit was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, Bobby Tarantino 2, I believe it was.
Yeah.
That shit was insane to me. I was like, what? Who's this
journey.
guy? Who's this guy? And then we dove into most of his discography. When it came to more of his recent shit, I was like, nah. I set a certain standard for him. I set a certain level. And I'm like, if he falls, and I didn't even really decide this. Every time he felt below that shit, it was like, damn, this is not the Logic I want. This is not, it don't sound like it. It didn't hit me the same that the way the others did. And I was just searching for that. And we kind of got some of it. Well, I kind of got some of it in Vinyl Days, I believe it was. Maybe a little tiny bit in college, and the college one. His albums haven't hit me the same since under pressure.
It makes sense, bro, because they got taken how we got introduced to Logic. Bobby Tarantino 2 dropped around the time where we were just starting out the channel, and so we heard that in real time. But everything else after that, we went back to the beginning and started listening. So we heard all the old stuff,
mixtapes,
and it was new to us. So we're hearing it. It's dropped years prior, but we're hearing it in real now. And so that's the view of Logic we have. We're like, oh, this is. And so now we get caught up, and now new stuff is dropping. It's not hitting on that level. It kind of is like, oh, it's a little bit different. But there's always an appreciation for Logic and his fan base.
The Rat Pack.
You know what I mean? And what they mean and meant to the channel.
Man.
We're gonna check out the project. We're definitely checking out the project. By the time this video is up, the project should either be up or on the way. The reaction should either be up or on the way. So
the other comments is that Dameville. He said, I haven't been able to get into Logic since his No Pressure album in 2020. Probably why the fellas haven't reacted to it yet. A little skeptical to listen to it. I haven't even listened to either. His albums can be a bit long and unimpactful, but I hope Ultra 85 proves me wrong. Shot said his fans been loving it so much they say it's his top 3 album of his, and he put in bracket debatably.
Hey, yo, Shots like Shots is, someone else might comment that and I'll be like, Shots says it. I'm like, all right, okay, let me
right?
Track record. So
look, Dameville said top 3. Man, I'll have to give it a listen. I mean, Shot said, let me know what you think after. And then someone else responded saying, the boys love No Pressure in Vinyl Days. They will get around to it. So yeah, we plan on getting around to it, bro. So we will be here in Ultra 85. I think you said you're kind of skeptical going to it, but I'm ready for it, bro. I'm ready for it based on what Shot said and a few comments I've seen with people saying, yo, this is good. This is a great album. This is a good album. I'm looking forward to it to see. But again, you will get my honest reaction. If it's not good, I'm gonna tell you just like that, bro. And if it's good and it has sections that are good, I'm gonna tell you. But if it falls below that bar that I've set, or if it surprises me and is something as good as how I feel like it should be, then I'll let you know.
I want it to be good. I genuinely would like for it to be as good as not just Shots, but there's a couple people I've seen that have said that it's like that. I want it to be, but as you mentioned, I told Prince, I'm skeptical. I'm going into it. I'm not going into it with super high expectations.
It's a long project too.
Oh, this is a little quick one I'll get to. So Marquis says, I knew you were tapped in on the esoteric stuff, but I didn't know you were that tapped in. Would love some more vids of you deep diving on the stuff. Dope comment. This is a comment on the Absol control system reaction that we recently put out. Very interested and tapped into things of like that sort, just like the inner workings of how the world is being run and the energies that are behind it. As for videos deep diving on it, in the comment I had earlier where I was like, certain things, blah blah blah, this is one of those things where it's like maybe on another channel. In terms of deep diving, when things get brought up in the music, and like whether in the music or in artwork or whatever, we'll speak our piece on it. Like, if we observe something cool, but in terms of a deep dive on, like, focused on that stuff, with that stuff being the main topic of it, I think that's for another channel. If there's another channel out there that you guys run into.
Bank Savage, looking forward to Vultures if you include the bonus tracks. And Nicholas, he responded saying agree. they some of the best ones. I guess the bonus tracks are some of the best ones. Vultures 2 came. Vultures, the first one came and left for me the same way. Donda came and left the same way. What I'm trying to get to is that Kanye hasn't made an album since the one we recently checked out, Pablo, that has really stuck with me and kept me wanting to go back and listen to a song, even one song, right? And for Donda, maybe that was the one with my boy Fabio, maybe. And maybe there was a couple of Carnival. Well, that was Vultures.
What he did, putting out that song where he was like, "I got you, Kendrick." That was such a bad move.
Oh, when
I didn't realize how much that impacted. Talking about not like eagerness to listen to Drake. I didn't realize how much that impacted my eagerness to listen to Kanye at the time. Like him doing that, it fell so flat. It's crazy. Like bro, what are you doing? Like
you didn't have to, dog.
You know what I mean? And so I didn't even realize at the time, but that did a lot. You mentioned the previous albums as well, them not sticking around for any type of time.
Oh, I said Pablo. I think the one after that was good.
Yeah.
But
I fully get what you're saying. I'm down. I'm down to listen to Vultures. I was literally just waiting for the updates to stop.
I seen someone say, I miss the old Kanye, and I don't think I've ever said that for an artist. Nah, I don't think I've ever said it and meant it for a certain artist. But when I read it, I was like, I feel that. Maybe not too far ago, Kanye, but like I feel what you're saying. I get it. Like the artistry, the genius behind some of the albums that it seems like he seems to lack nowadays. Damn, bro, I miss when his album was like, yo, this shit is so fire. I could play this shit front to back. I know what the next song is coming. I know what song is coming next based on just how this song here is ending, because it's just stuck in my head. Yeah, so
I hear that. For me, the genius, I feel like the genius is still there. Missing it, I can't say that so much. I miss the feel of certain Kanye music. Like that's what I miss. And as far as like him, I think I mentioned this in another video as well. I'll be right here when because I feel like it'll come back. Like it'll come back around. I feel like he has these phases where he does these things and blah blah blah. But I feel like because of who he is as an artist, and I could be hoping, you know, just like I'm in denial or whatever. That's very possible. But I genuinely feel like the Kanye feel and sound that I like, it'll be back. And when it's back, I'll be right here waiting for it. So that's how I feel about it.
What does he have to do to bring that back?
All he has to is all production. In my opinion, if you telling me if Kanye comes back with some classic sample flips and is rapping about relatable shit or shit that you can shit that's like shit that means something to him, you're not gonna be right here. Think about some Kanye sample flips.
So it's the instrumental.
I think it's 80% production.
80% production.
I think it's 80% production.
For me, I feel like both of them. I think it's lyrics as well, or maybe I don't know.
But like the production that you're on will kind of drive what you're saying on the beat. Classic Kanye sample flips. You telling me he gonna be talking bullshit on them?
No, he won't be. So you saying that the production will tell you that you can't just bullshit on this track?
Yeah, kinda. Let us know how you feel about that. That's a good thing. But back. We recently saw his set list. It's 74 songs that he has. They're doing tour. They're doing a tour in Korea, and they have a 74 track set list from 21 on. Just reading the titles of the songs, insane. I was looking at it like hit, and not hit just like radio bop. Like no, like meaningful song hit. Like, and it was like it went from like 21 all the way to 47. I showed Prince. I'm like, yo, from 20, look at 21 for 47. It's like, nah, bro, you could keep going. And then I read the ones after. It's like, oh, facts. Like it kept going. It was crazy. Yeah. So, and I saw a clip of him like speaking, and he still values those songs. That's what lets me know that that's still there. Because he has an appreciation for those songs, the ones that you know what I mean?
Is it the one where you told me about the Drake, the I Wonder?
Oh, nah, it wasn't that clip, but there's that too. That's interesting. He was about to perform I Wonder, dope song, and he was like, this one's for Drake right before he performed it. So,
bro, that song is so fire that I had to go download the original, and the original is just as fire.
DC says rather than make a favorite beats of all time, maybe you could break it up and do top 10 lists of individual producers. Shout out to the Patreon member that posted the original comment. So yeah, that was a comment that we had about, you know, do your favorite beats. This is a good idea. Top 10 beats of individual producers. that would be fire and more manageable. I went on a little mini rant and I was like, Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the best albums of all time.
Oh, you're reading something?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you went on.
Oh, no, I did. I went on the rant in the last video. And remember, I was like, the last responding to comments, and I was like, Dark Twisted Fantasy, one of the best of all time. So Ari says, my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is up there with The Chronic for me. Death Row raised me, so I doubt anything will ever top that one for me. I feel that. And I wish more people were willing to acknowledge their biases like that. Like, this has a special place for me, so that's why I put it, you know what I mean? Like, rather than just saying, you know? But,
like I said, Death Row raised me. Sheesh.
My girl.
Or,
that's
hey. Hey. Shout out to Ari.
Yeah. I think I put it after the Carter 3. Probably number 3 for me.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that comment.
Yeah.
Just mentioning the Carter 3.
Yeah. And then P.S. that second Watch the Throne ain't happening. Just saw a post on IG of him saying something wild on B&J to Candace Owens. So yeah, she said, me mentioning Watch the Throne too, I pretty much accepted that that's not ever gonna be a thing. So for more reasons than the one you just mentioned, like there was things prior that made me feel like that's not happening. But yeah, I just thought the comment was dope. Just her saying, you know, her top 3 and why she has them the way she has them. Shout out to the Chronic mention. Shout out to the Carter 3 mention. Dope project, the Carter 3. I have a soft spot for the Carter 2 over the Carter 3. But like you mentioned with the Chronic and you growing up on it, Carter 2 for me is something that was being played in certain specific moments of my life. So there's a nostalgia feel that goes with it before I even knew how to fully understand music in a certain way. So for that reason, I have the Carter 2 over it.
Hey, shout out to that question that comment just gave me a question for the podcast and that you guys could check out. It's coming back soon.
Yeah, podcast back soon.
Look out for the podcast episodes.
Oh, you're not gonna name the question? You're not gonna say the question?
You have to wait.
Okay,
have to wait till the podcast come to hear the question.
If you missed the podcast, we got like 19 episodes up, 18 or 19 episodes already up. We took a little break, a long break, but we're back soon. But if you haven't seen any of the episodes, there's any streaming services, Apple, Spotify, Hold the Chase with VibeVilla. You can listen to the pod there. Listen to the episodes that we have up, and we're continuing it soon, like Prince mentioned. So.
Yeah. All
right, last one. This comment from Trent was funny. We need another camera for when you guys get hyped and walk out of frame.
That'd be fire. I looked over there.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Might have to look into that. But yeah, I guess
just
we'll wrap
over
it.
There, just screaming the camera.
Right? Yeah. Facts.
Or
facts,
you
facts,
usually walk over there behind.
Facts.
Yeah, you have no idea. You don't see how crazy our mind is blown when we leave the frame. Either we leave the seat or the headset comes off.
Bro. Hey, listen, bro, I gotta be more gentle with these. It's not my fault though. Like, that's that passion, you know. But yeah, appreciate the questions. Like we said on the last one, leave the comments all across the Patreon. Doesn't matter what videos. If we see them, we might get to them. So appreciate you all tapping in. More soon.
Peace.